Hello and welcome to IB Times TV. I'm Sally Turner, joined here today with senior reporter Connor Sheets, who just returned from Nigeria. Now Connor, you found some interesting things on your trip, one of which was the strong sense of homophobia. Now, as a foreigner going into the country, was this something you expected or were you surprised?
So for me, going into the country, I was aware of this, but before when I found out I was going to Nigeria, I didn't know anything about this issue, and so I started reading about Nigeria, and it's a very big issue there right now. There's a law currently passed by the House and Senate there, but not yet signed or vetoed by the President, that would make it punishable by 14 years in prison to even be gay. And there's also a law in the works that would make gay marriage illegal, which almost seems beside the point once it's illegal to be gay.
So it's not a criminal act yet, so we're waiting on the President to see if he passes it or not, but there is a possibility that if it passes, people could actually go to jail for 14 years if they're convicted of being gay. What effect do you think this had on the people that you got to interview?
So I think for me, I interviewed about 10 to 12 gay people in Nigeria, male and female, and I think that the impact is pretty heavy. I think that they were already, particularly in the less economically privileged people, they're not able to be out at all. I interviewed a man in Abuja who works as a cook, and he gets called names. People refuse to associate with him. Even friends of his don't want to have their names used and that type of thing because of the fear of being associated with someone who's gay. But then at the upper strata of society, it seems like being gay is more acceptable, and people can be kind of out, and that works for them a little bit better, where it's kind of like a don't ask, don't tell type of thing, but they can have a group of gay friends go out together and not be afraid of really overt discrimination only in the richest areas of Lagos.
Did you get a sense of where this intolerance kind of stemmed from?
It seems to me that the main things that it's mostly traditions that are deep-rooted. So some of it is religious. Either there's some pretty strong, Muslim religion to the point of Sharia law in the north. It's actually the states that are under Sharia law, it's punishable by being stoned to death. That hasn't happened that much recently, actually being stoned to death, but it's probably a function of the fact that you can be that. No one would be out enough to get to that point. Then in the rest of the country, I think just some also Muslim or Christian religion, the traditional Muslim or Christian viewpoint that homosexual is wrong or sin or against nature, also combined with some of the tribal customs that have been there for thousands of years.
So those three reasons are quite large, and they obviously affect the society as a whole. So do you think they're going to stop Nigeria from moving forward and perhaps becoming less homophobic? Do you think it'll end, or this is something that's going to just continue?
I mean, if you look at polls, it doesn't seem like it's getting any better. It's 98% of Nigerians say that homosexuality should not be accepted in society, according to a Pew poll that came out in June. It's the worst out of 39 countries that were interviewed. Jordan, which is an extremely conservative Muslim country, was 97% said no on that. So, it's extremely ingrained in their society, but it seems that there are these pockets where it's becoming easier to be gay. So, we'll see. I don't see too much hope on the horizon, especially considering they're trying to pass these two laws currently, which would make it much more difficult legally to even be gay or, engage in homosexual acts, which can be as little as kissing a man kissing a man in public, or a woman kissing a woman in public. That would be enough to get you ensnared under some of these laws. So.
Okay, great. Thanks, Connor. Look forward to hearing more.
Thank you.